Hi guys, this is a redirect to my trial reaction to the first 3 episodes of Trigun. So this was requested by one of my patrons, and currently on Patreon, if you didn't know, I'm currently doing trial reactions on Patreon, trial anime reactions, and so if you haven't checked out my Patreon schedule, you can do that. I did like a video telling you guys what my Patreon schedule is, so that you know what trial anime reactions I'll be doing for each month this year. So in the month of August, I reacted to Trigun and Demon Slayer. By the time I upload this redirect, it will be September. So September's trial reactions are to Durarara and Steins Gate. So if you're interested, you can check out my Patreon. So these episodes, I really actually enjoyed this. It reminds me quite a bit of Cowboy Bebop, and I really liked Cowboy Bebop as well. I can see that this is like, it's not like the most popular anime out there. It's not one of the, it doesn't seem to be like one of the most popular animes, but I still enjoyed it, especially for its comedic value. The comedic moments, there's some really funny scenes, mixed in with some really cool action scenes as well. Plot was pretty decent. It's nothing crazy like this. Like it started off, because it's just the first 3 episodes, it's not gonna like totally go crazy, but like I mean, like out of other things that I've watched, usually anime gets a bit more intense, but with this, like, it seems to go for the more light-hearted side, at least for now, in the first 3 episodes, which is fine by me anyway, because I'm not like totally into dark animes, but I do like a mix between dark and lighthearted, but this seems to focus a bit more on the lighthearted side, even though there were a few scenes that were a bit messed up. Anyway, let's go on to what actually happened. So the first episode was these two girls, Meryl and Milly. They are insurers, and they are trying to look for Vash, because Vash the Stampede is like this infamous person who has a large bounty on him. He's the 60 double dollar billion man, and a lot of people are trying to kill him or trying to capture him because he has a large bounty on his head. They can get a lot of money from him, off of him. So yeah, he's just infamous. A lot of people are chasing him, but Vash, like, he doesn't really like show off his identity as Vash. It's only if people find out themselves. He's not hiding it, but at the same time he's not totally confirming it. Yeah, the first one, it was this really big guy with a green mohawk who was causing trouble in the city, and he wanted to capture Vash, so that he can profit off of him, with his gang. And then Vash, like, oh my days, like, this guy is just so clumsy. For someone with such a large bounty, apparently he can destroy a whole area, a whole city, like in such unconventional ways. Like, he's not like the most slick type of fighter. Like, the way he fights is like in a really unconventional, extremely goofy, clumsy way that he fights. But at the same time, he still has quite a lot of skill. He manages to dodge a lot of bullets. Not just in the first episode, but like in all 3 episodes, he dodges bullets like it's no problem whatsoever. So he's got a skill, but he just comes off as quite clumsy. And it's funny, like some of the things he says as well. I can't remember from the top of my head, but like, he's also a perv. Got a bit annoyed by that. He just seems a little bit naive as well. Like when Frank Merlon, at the time I didn't know it was Frank Merlon, like he was like this really big famous guy, but like, so apparently, like in the third episode, there was this really drunk guy who was constantly drinking. He was an alcoholic, and then he harassed Vash to buy him a drink, and then he went on top of him, and like he looked a little bit, it looked inappropriate. But Vash, like, he was just like scared, instead of like fighting back. But he bought him a drink anyway, and they were just like getting drunk together. But anyway, so when Merle and Millie met Vash, Merle was she was very pessimistic to believe that Vash, the guy with the red coat, is actually Vash. She actually thought it was actually the guy with the green mohawk that was Vash, because he seems more like the, the fighter type. And it wasn't. It was actually the one with the blonde mohawk, not the green mohawk. So Vash did end up saving Meryl and Milly when they were getting captured by the guy with the green mohawk. Then there was Ruth, who was a bounty hunter, who was also after Vash. Caused some conflict between Ruth and the guy with the green mohawk. But anyway, they all got um, basically defeated by Vash. It was really cool. Vash's fighting style, very clumsy, unconventional. Then he destroyed the whole area, and so that's why a lot of people are like afraid of him. Then the second episode was about this, what was his name? I don't know what his name is, but it's some rich dude who is like keeping most or all of the water supply. And then the blonde woman that he's protecting, Marianne, is she's actually in disguise. She's not like one of those like pretty, I mean she is pretty, but like she's not one of those like a damsel in distress type of girls. She's not a princess, I don't think. Did they say she's not a princess? But it's like she acts like the heiress. So she was supposed to get protected. Vash wanted to be their bodyguard, both the guy and the girl. So he insisted on being their bodyguard. And then Meryl and Milly came, met Vash again. They keep like stumbling across him, which I find interesting. They keep crossing paths to each other. And then like Vash was being a perv, wanted to like get close to Marianne. And then like later Merle is actually a clever girl. Like she figured out that she actually saw Marianne actually coming out of the old guy's office, I think it was, or just like this room that she's not supposed to be in. It turns out that the girl actually has some grudge against the old man for like taking all the water. So there was like this water supply fight going on. She couldn't even defend herself. She was getting kicked by the old man, and then Vash saved her in this really, oh my days, the way he just makes an entrance or does things just is hilarious. And that's why Merle finds it so hard to believe that Vash is actually Vash, because he's so clumsy. He doesn't do things in such a cool way, in a slick way, but he is. So yeah, she still doesn't quite believe it, but she's gonna like follow him anyway. I don't know, does she like have this tsundere type of thing, like where she kind of likes him, but he's not gonna show it because she has this like polar opposite kind of personality to Milly. Milly's like the really sweet, kind one, and Merle is more of the strict, focused, don't mess with me type of girl. Even though she is still nice as well. I was hoping to see the girls fight, but I know that like, especially with old animes, they don't really get the female characters involved in combat. It is what it is. But maybe like later on they actually get involved in something, who knows. In the third episode, so there was this tragic backstory about how Frank Merlin has been like drowning himself in alcohol, because his wife and kid got killed by a bunch of bandits, and those bandits were actually using his guns. So basically Frank Merlin has been giving a lot of people guns to protect themselves from bandits. But unfortunately some of those guns were used for bad intentions, to like kill people and harm people. So he's been drowning himself in alcohol. But then like when the robbery was happening, so this imposter was like trying to act like Vash. He was trying to state that he's Vash when he wasn't. And then he fought against Vash, but like Vash, he didn't really fight him, he was just dodging his bullets. And then Frank came in to save Vash, and just basically friend him with a finger gun. It wasn't even an actual gun. And then they just ran away. So I just feel like that was kind of dumb that they fell for that. But at least they didn't rob the bank. So yeah, I mean, this is based on like normal type of crimes, very Western kind of style, which I'm totally cool with. Yeah, but I mean, like, Vash does seem to have like this superhuman agility to like dodge everything. Like, that's just crazy, man. Yeah, and he just destroys everything around him. Um, anyway, what did you think of these episodes? Let me know and stay tuned for more.